Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a new Idle Huntress video. Today's video is going to cover Nero, the newest of the Season 2 Huntresses. She's an Earth unit, and as well as essentially just replaces Mobius, even though Mobius is already a Season 2 Huntress with a pet, and then also, having a turn 1 realm, just like everyone else except Mobius. For some reason, she's got a turn 2. She's just better. But before we get into that, you might notice my voice is different because it's still recovering from MomoCon that happened the last weekend in Atlanta, and that was an absolute blast. We think it's estimated around, over 50,000 people showed up, and I think around 2,000 people either passed by or interacted with my booth for Tiny Kingdoms that I was, that I helped write music for. So if you guys want more information on that project, I'll put that in the description. But without further ado, let's get into Nero's showcase. Alright, so Nero's first skill, Golden Palace. At level 1, Realm Expansion creates a Golden Palace with a 50% chance to place a Golden Cage on all enemies, and upgrades existing sand cages on enemies to golden cages. This deals physical damage equal to 200% of Nero's attack and 10% of Nero's HP to enemies within these golden cages. Now, when the realm fades, the golden cages become sand cages before each round starts, if the realm exists, and the effects are triggered again for 3 rounds. Now, if she dies, then the realm immediately fades. And then once again, this is a realm check, so, mic checking. At level 2, the physical damage goes to 400% of attack and 20% HP, and at level 3, we have 600% attack and 30% of HP. So this first skill is just, this is the realm, this is what's replacing Mobius, as well as, we're going to want to stack HP and attack, because like most of her skills, they're going to be doing based off of her attack and HP, so once again, the more we have of both of those stats, the more damage she's just going to do all in all, and more HP in general is great because, that is how we're going to inflate her might to then always win, might checks for round 1. Next is her Ultra skill, Life's Cheer. At level 1, Nero deals physical damage equal to 500% of Nero's attack and 50% of her HP to all enemies. Now, for each golden mark, increases physical damage by 10% of Nero's HP. At level 2, physical damage increases to 600% of attack and 60% of HP, and level 3, we go to 880%. So once again, we see this HP attack scaling, right, based on her attack. But, what are these golden marks? And we'll get to that in her first passive. That first passive being Glory of the Stage. At level 1, dispels all debuffs when battle starts. For every sand ruler among allies, Nero is immune to control effects for 1 round. And this buff cannot be dispelled when an enemy fails to break out of a sand cage or golden cage. Nero has a 25% chance to get a golden mark. Now, this is where we get the golden marks from the Ultra skill. So golden marks stack up to 30 times, and they cannot be dispelled. When Nero has an even number of golden marks, increases the attack of Earth allies, including herself, by 15%, and place 1 stack of ice resistance. When Nero's stack of golden marks reaches a multiple of 3, dispels all debuffs on 3 allies, prioritizing the Earth allies first, and including herself. And then when Nero's stacks of golden marks reach a multiple of 5, restore HP equal to 30% of Nero's max HP to Earth allies, including herself. And then y'all know ice resist, just one more thing needed to then freeze them. And level 2 increases the chance to get a golden mark to 50%, and then level 3 increases the chance to a 75% chance of getting that golden mark. So these golden marks, the longer you are in battle, the more she's going to get heals, damage resistance, ice resistance. So not only is this realm solidifying, Catherine can never do anything, it's just more ice resistance, so they don't even get frozen anyway. But definitely the immune control is great. If you are trying to counter dodgy, she's going to be she's going to get the 50% attack debuff, because if she's not charmed, she'll still get the debuff due to dodgy, and that's up to you whether or not you're going to, you want to take that. But definitely she won't get charmed, at the very least, as long as you do have a good amount of Earth allies on that team, as well as, she is the fastest on that team, which we'll get into that during badges and runes. Next, we have her stat passive, Opening. At level 1, Nero becomes one with her character on stage and delivers a stunning performance, increases her HP by 15% and final damage reduction by 3%. Then we have HP 20, final damage reduction 4%, and then we get 25 and 5%. So HP is great, final damage reduction is kind of but HP, once again, that's helping us in terms of her stacking, skills, right, based on HP and attack. Now, for her exclusive equipment in Prop 2 Performance, at level 1 HP 15%, level 2 Dodge 4%, level 3 Toughness 5%, and at level 4 EE 30, Nero puts on a stellar performance to support her teammates while the Golden Realm is active. When an enemy breaks out of the sand cage, one ally, including herself, gains a shield equal to 10% of Nero's max HP, and at level 5 EE 40, 2 allies now get 30% of her max HP as a shield, and then at level 6, 3 allies, including herself, get a shield equal to 50% of Nero's max HP. So this, this EE is actually phenomenal. That is, if, you can keep the Golden Realm activated, and you don't, then also, blow it up with your own, Charlemagne or, Takeda. Takeda? Yeah, I think it's Takeda. Sorry, I keep forgetting how to pronounce her name. But either way, you get my point, right? If you break your own realm, then obviously you can't give your shield to your allies. And so you really have to weigh the weight of getting this EE 50. I recommend you do. I'm trying to even get it to, I barely got it to 40 myself. I think 30 is safe, due to like maybe 40 is gambling on it, even if you get that far enough. And does 30% of Nero's max HP really gonna do anything? I would say no, unless you get her a very, very, very thick pet, if you get me. But if not, I wouldn't sweat it past 30. But yeah, let's move on to her UR skill. So her UR skill is Finale. At level 1 at the beginning of the round, if she has 25 golden marks, attacks all enemies 3 times, and each attack deals true damage equal to 50% of Nero's max HP. Also removes all of her golden marks, all the control effects on her, and becomes immune to control effects for 1 round. So this is kind of like a really, really tough, in my opinion, a tough thing to reach based on how to get those golden marks. But, once she does, she's going to be dealing a lot of damage. 100, that's 50% of true damage of her HP, 3 times over. So that's math there. You can weigh how long it's going to take to even get those 25 marks and how you're going to do that. But if it does proc, it's going to deal a lot of damage, so that's pretty good. Next, we're going to go to her pet is Performance. Level 1, when an enemy breaks out of the sand cage or golden cage, the familiar has a 20% chance to attack the enemy once, dealing damage equal to 60% of Nero's attack, with a 20% chance to place a sand cage on the target. During the first 2 rounds, adds 1 stack of death immunity to all sand rulers among allies at the the beginning of the round. And level 2, 40% chance to attack, 60% chance to attack at level 3, and then at level 4, 100% chance to attack, and at level 5, during the first 2 rounds, adds 2 stacks of death immunity to all sand rulers at the beginning of the round. Now, a sand ruler is going to be Himiko, so even a Season 1 character, Mobius, Cleo, Herc, Nero, and I think I covered it. Not Hannibal, right? Because she's not doing any sand cagey creation, and no set as well, because I don't think she makes sand cages either. So anyone who can make a sand cage is going to help buff up the those. Well, they're going to get the death stack, as well as they'll help with her other stats, right, in general. So definitely this is a really cool pet skill, but also depends on definitely them breaking out of a sand cage, which you then have to first set the sand cages, and the only one who has a high enough might usually now is going to be Nero. So all in all, I really wouldn't expect to bank on the pet actually fighting even when you get that 100%, because the occasion of them breaking the cage is not going to happen. The only person who's going to land the cage once again is going to be Nero, and if you do get the pet high enough, they're not going to be breaking out of it anyway, because they have to have might in order to the might is the chance that they break out of it. So we're just gonna have to see during Guild Wars, because it's starting up now, and we'll actually get to see how well Nero is going to perform against either rain teams or other earth teams, or freeze teams that just haven't updated just because people stopped spending, and that's not their fault. That's just meta. But yeah, we'll move on to badges and runes. So for badges and runes, it's wanting us to go for badges specifically. We're going to go HP and attack. Once again, I don't know why the wiki is so obsessed with tenacity. I've never seen tenacity high enough to like block crits, but I guess that's just not to get one shot by Zhao, or who knows, Ori probably in the future. But you know, just go HP attack. That's what her skills stack off of anyway. And then we're gonna go agility, subspeed stat, and then also the you know, more HP, because that's gonna be bulking up her might. You know, bigger realms, and therefore I think just the way that the game's math works, I think increasing health is going to scale better than increasing attack based off of how like the percentage works. Someone can check me on that one, but I have too much stuff to, you know, do the math. I'd love to, but I just can't. And then also for runes, we're going to go 2 red, 2 green. This is going to give us that great 35% 35% extra HP and 25% attack. And then once again, we're going to go subspeed stat on the top right rune, and then everything else HP percentage, because you know, that's how we're going to get that realm might inflated, as well as, once again, more damage is going to come from the HP instead of the attack. That's just how the math plays out, right? But yeah, yep. Speed, the sub-speed stat is going to be interesting. So that's up to you whether or not you want to go first to you know, immediately close out to prevent any future realms from proccing, or you just want to make sure that she gets her realm off, even if you believe you're not going to hold the realm. At least she goes first. She gets like a cage to activate, and if a cage activates, then no one else can realm. And that's it for her kit. So I'm going to go quickly over what I think. Nero is just fantastic in everything to justify switching over to an Earth team now. I'm glad I didn't spend on Mobius, because she just, you know, this literally replaces her, as well as Mobius as a turn 2 realm. So even that was a you know, miscalculation. I still don't know why they incentivize you adding Mobius to the team. I think she's still able to get sand cages off. It's just no realm for Mobius, because obviously Nero's realm's going to be up. So whatever, you name it. I'm not the dev. I don't make the characters. I just buy them, sadly. But you're right. So we'll see in Guild War once again. How does this perform, especially now that, you know, ice teams are just too weak. They will be good still in lower metas and mid metas, but as soon as you see a realm user with a pet, yeah, game over against Catherine now, which is just sad, because JP, she's UR, she's got a pet, she's all boosted and statted, and you name it, right? But we won't see that. We will, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, so that's that for Nero. Final thoughts in general, just for future. We got the announcement that Iori, and I brought her name up a couple times, is coming out. She is a collaboration character based off like cosplayer, I believe a Japanese cosplayer. And Iori, I just don't. If I mispronounced her name, I'm so sorry. It's a wonderful name, but you know, I whatever, right? But she is cracked. She's what Angel Reaganleaf should have been, whereas she does. She has a lot of death immunity stacks for up to 5 rounds or something. I don't know. I dropped the kit in the Discord, as well as it's in the community Discord by the guys, and it's just insane. Not only does she not die, she does a massive amount of damage. Just so it's Angel, but Angel just doesn't do enough damage, and everyone's dead by the time she does. You know, she doesn't have her invulnerability anymore, and then Angel just dies, right? She doesn't get any kills, maybe 1 or 2, but the team's dead already. But in Ori, in this case, she can play by herself. She is also an Earth unit, so if you want to make that the 5th one instead of Set, go for it, right? But Aori can also be, you know, DPS, literally wherever. She's a one-man band, and will just kill everyone and not die. So we'll just see how badly she breaks the meta, because we were already seeing Charles just have infinite stalemates, so straight up 30 turn draw, and therefore defense wins. But with Iori, Iori versus Aori, it just might be, I don't know. Another 2, there might be just 2 people that can actually have stalemated teams now, just defensive teams. So we'll see. We'll just see. Do spend wisely, and Aori will not have a rerun. She's collab. Just like DOA, all the DOA girls, Dead or Alive girls. you're never going to see him again. So you don't need to max Aori, though. Don't be FOMO'd, fear of missing out. Because she's an Earth unit, and I assume she'll be okay to be used with Omni Shards, just grab one of her. If not, do a 200 pull with her, and you will have her, and then save your Omni Shards and max her out as you need to see fit, right? But definitely, if you don't grab one, you'll never, ever get her again. So spend your money wisely and don't get tricked. So, but yeah, those are the final thoughts. And in general, I'll make sure to reiterate this Aori stuff if anything changes and more information gets released. But all in all, I do appreciate you guys. I really, really appreciate everything. And please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will catch you guys next time. Take care.